Hello everybody, I thought I could start another reading vlog. It's currently Monday night and I think I'm gonna start doing these things where I vlog from like Monday to Sunday as much as I do. And then at the beginning of the next week I will post the vlog or like in the middle or whenever I get around to editing it. So that way I have like one reading vlog a week and it's a little bit more structured. Currently I am in the middle of The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. I am really enjoying this book. I was so surprised. It took me a little bit to get into it, and I do believe that the writing style isn't really helping it. It's a little jumbled, or I don't even know how to explain it properly, but it feels like I have to reread passages a lot because I don't instantly get what they mean. And it's not like it's written in such a complex way. It's just that I think maybe it's because I sometimes drift off a bit when reading YA because I feel like a lot of it is very obvious, and with this book I kind of have to rewire my thinking a little bit because I actually can't drift off as much because I actually need to be paying attention a little bit more. So maybe that's it. I can't say. It's definitely not dumbed down like in a lot of other YA books. Cough, cough, Lady Midnight, cough, cough. I'm really, reading both of these books at the same time. If you didn't know, I'm also reading Lady Midnight right now. I needed something to read on my ebook, on my phone. Like I needed an ebook on my phone to be reading whenever I have the time. So I randomly bought the ebook for Lady Midnight. I do believe I'm gonna DNF and return it because it's garbage, and there's that. And it's just funny because I have the direct comparison of like this book and Lady Midnight, and both of them being YA, but just one being so far above the other that it's unreal. Like if you ask me like to describe Lady Midnight in one word, it would probably be lazy. It is lazy. It is lazily written in all aspects, in the characters, in the plot, in the world, and just in the writing style, even in the exposition. Like I hate it so much. I think I'm like 50 pages in or something, and it's like a 600 something page book. Like God no, I will not finish it. And the characters, I mean, what even, like she is not even trying to create new characters here. She's just like putting names in places, and then they're just sassy and mean because that's apparently a synonym for being a strong person, which it isn't. Newsflash. And oh my god, I could rant about this book for 15 hours, I think, and I'm not even that far into it yet. It's just insulting. It is insulting to the readers. It's insulting to the genre, and it literally is like part of the reason why YA has such a bad rap is books like this. They're to blame because they're lazy, and they're all of the things that people criticize of YA as a whole. And The Raven Boys is literally proof that that's not necessarily the case. You can write a YA book in a creative way. You can write a YA book with language that's even a little bit challenging to teenagers, because guess what? It's important for them to learn new things. And so just slapping words together and then calling it a day isn't gonna cut it. And as you might know, I'm not typically a fan of like books with lots of characters or like this group dynamics, because I think it usually doesn't work out, because it usually speaks of a pretty, again, lazy author. But in this case with The Raven Boys, it works so well. The author actually took time and effort and energy and put that into these people. They seem like real people. They have a point in the story. They're not just there for like exposition or for the main character to have like some sort of a relationship with. They're there because they need to be there, and they're individuals and they're real beings. They're like real people, and they matter. They matter, and nobody matters in Lady Midnight. Not even Emma. Like, oh my god. And can she please, for the life of me, have any other motivation in anything she does other than her parents being dead? Like, can we stop doing that? Can we just, in general with YA books, can we stop doing that? Like, don't come up with something else. There's so many different things that could have happened to a person in their life. Can it just for once not be their parents are dead and they're out for revenge? Like, please stop. Oh my god. So I finally finished The Raven Boys last night. I'm really excited about it. I really enjoyed this book. I think I'm gonna give it about 4 stars. I could have given it 5 at certain points during the book, but overall, if I look at it like as a whole, I just don't think it's a 5-star book. It's very well written, and I really like Meg Stiefvater's writing style. I think she writes very beautifully and kind of in a more of a challenging way, as I've said, than most other YA books or many other YA books. So I really appreciate that, and I also love the characters. So as you might know, yesterday was the last day of my exam, so today I feel like I just don't want to do anything all day. I'm just gonna be reading, and so I already picked up another book while I'm waiting for the Dream Thieves to get here. And this is Dark Shores, obviously, by Danielle L. Jensen. It's the arc I recently got. I'm so excited about it, and I am now not very far into it. I'm like 40 pages into it, and I've noticed I love the writing style. First of all, I love her writing style. She writes very beautifully, and again, if I compare this to, for example, Lady Midnight, like it's just so, the difference is just glaring. This is very interesting. It's inspired by like the Roman Empire, so the world that is set in is inspired by that, and I really like that. I think it's really cool, and I don't think I've read a book that was inspired by the Roman Empire, like where the fantasy world was inspired by that. Very interesting. Characters so far I can't really say much on because I don't think I know them yet, but I guess we'll see. And then the only thing that I have found that bothers me is that the main character calls her mother Mom, and I don't know what it is, but anytime that happens in a fantasy world, I'm like, cringe. Like, I hate it. It's like a modern expression. It's like a modern nickname for your mother, and to have them like a Roman Empire inspired fantasy world is so out of place to me, and it feels like jarring. It's nitpicky, I know, but it just bothered me. And that's me, I guess. So anyway, that's on me. I will keep you up to date on this book, and probably the rest of these books, because as soon as I'm finished with this, I'm hoping that the Dream Thieves is gonna be here, and then I can just like binge read the rest of the series. Okay, so here's the situation. I did something that's maybe not great, considering, you know, I just did a huge book haul and I've read like 1 book of it so far, and I literally just ranted about this book for, I don't know, 10 minutes. But I got Lady Midnight as a paperback. I wanted to give myself until today to try and read the ebook, because you can still return it within a week on Amazon, so that week is up tomorrow, so I think I'll have to return it today. And last night I was like, okay, I'm like 100 pages into it. I don't violently hate it, but I hate it enough that I think it's gonna be a rant video at the end of it, but I want to know what happens, and I'm kind of invested, I guess. I don't know. I'm very conflicted about it, but basically I decided to order the actual book, because if I return the ebook is like $6.50 or something, and this is like €2 more. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna return an ebook, get the actual book, and then read it and like tab it. I took screenshots of the pages that I wanted to tab, or like things I wanted to like keep note of, so take note of. So I think it's gonna be much easier to track it in a physical copy, and I can still return this one as well if I really don't want to keep it. So, you know, I think this is the best solution for the situation, and I really want to like do a rant video on this now, because I think it's good material. Like, I am invested enough that I actually want to read the almost 700 pages of it, but I also hate it, so perfect. Also, I checked, and like this is how far I'm into the book already with the ebook, so it looks way less daunting if I only have to read like 470 more pages than if I had to like start at the very beginning. So I have just cooked these meatless bratwürste and some sauerkraut and some mashed potatoes, and it looks so bomb. I am obsessed. I cannot wait to eat this right now. So it's now Friday night. This week I haven't really been doing much. besides lying around uselessly. So that's why, and maybe some reading, but that's why I don't have like a ton of interesting footage in this vlog. Go figure. I just wanted to give you an update because today was actually a really cool day. I spent most of it at Starbucks because a really lovely girl that also lives in Vienna, she messaged me on Instagram asking if I wanted to have some of her books that she was getting rid of. And so we set up a date and we went out for some coffee and it was really, really fun. And she gave me those books, which is really, really cool because one of them is actually, well, I'm gonna show you those in a separate haul pretty much. I'm gonna do like my February haul, I guess, because these are already books I've acquired. But basically she said that she had an edition of Never Walked Awake and if I wanted it, and if you've seen my last haul, you might know that I actually did already buy it. So I returned it pretty much and she gave me her. So now I have like, she gave me all these 3 books and then like with the credit I had left on that card, I ended up getting the rest of the Dream Thieves. No, that's not what it's called. The Raven Boy Cycle. So it all worked out perfectly. It was so lovely of her to get me that, or to give me those. She was just so sweet. I had a really fun time. If you're watching this, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Also, we have another new edition on this shelf, and this is, I don't know what it is, but my grandma and my sister also came by to visit the other day, and my grandma brought me this. She's also the one that gave me this one, as you can see. I wasn't a very good plant mother. No, just kidding. I don't know. She said that this was pretty much unkillable, and wow, leaves are falling literally as we speak. But I did water it only once a week, which is what you're supposed to do, and they still like withered away. And I think it's because we don't have direct sunlight in this flat. So I imagine, you know, this side is still green. So I think that this was the one that was turned to the window, and then this one just, oh my god, I'm making it so much worse. But yeah, she just told me to throw it out actually. I just haven't gotten around to it yet, but it's really sad. Real sad. So yeah, but it's been replaced with this one, which is super pretty. So let's do another haul because I went to a stationery store today. This actually is also a gift from that girl I met with today. It's a book charm and it's from Barnes & Noble apparently, and like, I mean, I'm just obsessed. It looks so pretty. I think you like put it this part in the pages and this part is supposed to be like outside, so, or like you're supposed to be seeing that. So I don't know, I haven't tried it out yet, but it looks really cool. And then I went to a stationery store because actually I just wanted to get a little plain like notebook thing because I have a an interpreting class next week where we're going to be practicing like note taking and stuff, and she recommended us to get a little like unlined thing like this. It's already creased because I put it in my bag, but that's okay. I also got more sticky notes because if you've seen my copy of Lady Midnight recently, I literally have like, I don't know, 10 trees worth of sticky notes in there at all the cringy parts. And then finally I got these, which I was really excited about. So these are basically like not mild liner. Mild liner is the brand that I got in Japan. I really love those markers because they have these like pastel colors, and I prefer them so much to the typical neon ones because these ones are much more visible actually. Like they leave the text much more visible and they look prettier and they're less like, you know, grating on the eye. So I'm so excited I found these. Hello, I just filmed 2 videos, my wrap up for January and also another haul because I have too much happening. And also a current read, like that's part of the haul. But anyway, I wanted to give you an update just in general. Still reading this, it's going slow. I feel like this book, it's definitely not worth it. This is like 670 pages, like, oh my god. Literally up until this point, there have been 2 fight scenes and I'm like 450 pages into it. 2 or maybe 3, but I'm pretty sure it was only 2. And the people in this book, the Shadowhunters, are so dumb. Like they're all so dumb. And this is one of the main things that kind of bothers me, is that they're supposed to be these like superior beings both mentally and physically, but they're just children playing around with like weapons. There's no like sense of danger or darkness to these books at all. It's literally just like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if I could do these karate moves? Like, I'm still gonna be a ditzy and dumb teenager, and you know, nothing's gonna be different about me, but I'm just gonna play around with weapons and murder a bunch of demons. Yay! No, that's not how that works. Like, you can't have both. You can't be a normal teenager and be like this angel descendant avenger of evil, no, avenger of good. I don't know what, I don't know. But anyway, this book is driving me crazy. Can you tell? We made some nachos. They look delicious. Guacamole. I'm so excited. Let's do this. It is midnight. I just filmed for like, I think about 2 hours almost. That's kind of crazy, or more. I actually don't know. My camera is about to die because I literally have been filming for so long now. I'm really pleased with how it went. I really am tempted to like stay up longer to edit the video to like really see how it turned out, but I think I have to wait until tomorrow because I have class at like 9:30 and I don't really want to be super tired for that, so I guess we'll see. I might just like do a little sneak peek thing and like try to edit the beginning or something like that. This feels like really like a weight lifted off my shoulders to have finished this. I'm so excited for you guys to see it. I hope you love it as much as I did. I think it's gonna turn out nice at least. I can't really, oh my god, I'm so nervous. I'm nervous, but I think for the most part I didn't frame it in a way where people would easily get offended at least. There's always gonna be somebody, but I'm hoping that most people are gonna take it how I mean it, which is just as my personal opinion. This is why I'm gonna end this reading vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you next week, hopefully. Bye!